In Albania, camp brings children together to play and learn. South Korean doctors restore sight to visually impaired patients in Sri Lanka. In Peru, you transform the famous tourist city of Cusco through service activities. Watch these stories now on ANN. Welcome to another edition of ANN. We start today's program with information from Southeast Europe. In Tirana, the capital of Albania, children had a special summer. For several days, the ADRA summer camp brought together boys and girls from ages 6 to 12 for learning and fun activities. This experience planted seeds of hope in the hearts of this new generation.
For 5 weeks, Tirana hosted an unforgettable adventure, the ADRA 2025 Summer Camp.
ADRA, along with the Seventh-day Adventist Church and dedicated volunteers from Brazil, brought this summer camp to life. The children were filled with joy, and parents reported that the project was a great success.
An engaging and enjoyable experience for children ages 6 to 12, featuring activities that educate, entertain, and inspire.
I believe it's essential to create a welcoming space where children can come and experience the love of Jesus through games, stories, and music. Many of them may never step inside a church, but by coming here and having this experience, I believe it's a way for a small seed of Jesus' love to be planted in their hearts.
Along with local volunteers, the project also benefited from the support of volunteers from the São Paulo Conference, the South Parana Conference, and the Adventist University Center of São Paulo Engenheiro Coelho campus. They generously donated their time and effort to make this experience a reality.
Receiving volunteers here is crucial because there isn't a strong Adventist presence in Albania. When we have volunteers, they not only help bring our programs to life, but also serve as role models for Albanians who are beginning to develop similar projects.
And it is here at the ADRA Albania space that the summer camp comes to life. This project shows that with love and creativity, we can truly make a difference in people's lives, especially for children. The summer camp is an initiative by ADRA Albania in partnership with the Albania Mission, aimed at fostering growth and hope through social and community projects.
This is the part of the vision we share with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, to turn the entire ADRA property into a center of influence.
My daughter is taking part in the summer camp here, and she's really enjoying it. As parents, we see it as a wonderful opportunity. Instead of staying home alone, often watching TV or playing games on her phone, she gets to come here, participate in activities, have fun, and make new friends. It's a safe environment with dedicated volunteers, ready to provide care and attention, and in a way, be a tool in the hands of Jesus for these children.
Today's story reminds us that we should reach out for help from God, our closest friend.
This summer camp was more than just a good time. It was a seed of faith, love, and hope planted in the hearts of many children.
More than 200 young Seventh-day Adventists dedicated their holidays to serve the community in the historic city of Cusco, Peru. Volunteers from Peru and Brazil promoted blood donation and carried out environmental actions in the former capital of the Inca Empire.
Among the participants, 50 came from Brazil.
I hope that God will use us in meaningful ways so we can touch the lives of many people.
I'm thrilled and honored to be part of this mission.
I'm really excited to meet all the young people who will be joining us for this mission.
I'm really happy to be here with all of you. I love the warm welcome, and I'm excited for what's coming next.
The goal was to serve the city and bring hope to others brought the Caleb Mission Project, a Seventh-day Adventist initiative that engages young people in service to others throughout South America. Early in the morning, the youth were active in 3 strategic areas of the city. They cleaned sidewalks, painted trees, cared for green areas with pruning and irrigation, and collected solid waste. Each action was a service offering, a prayer in motion for a cleaner, more beautiful, and healthier city. The project also partnered with the local health center to promote voluntary blood donations. The mission had both an ecological and social impact. While the region benefited from the service project, this experience also allowed young people to step out of their comfort zone and dedicate their energy in caring for others.
Hemos sido llamados a evangelizar.
The Caleb Mission in Cusco was much more than a singular project. It was an example that when young people dedicate themselves to service, no cultural, geographical, or linguistic barrier can keep others from experiencing love and hope through acts of kindness.
A group of young Seventh-day Adventists traveled to the interior of New South Wales, Australia, to dedicate a week to volunteer service. They organized activities for children and helped residents with yard and garden maintenance.
In Tumbarumba, 36 young people from a Seventh-day Adventist community participated in a short-term mission program based on adventure, focusing on friendship evangelism and community service. The highlight was the Adventurer Club, held at the local school, which brought together 107 children. Meanwhile, another team helped residents with gardening, pruning, and minor repairs. For the volunteers, it was a week of purpose and compassion. The team is already planning to return in 2026, with the expectation of expanding the children's program in the city.
In the United States, a teenage boy with autism and a fan of emergency services fulfills a dream. Anthony Moir was invited to get a close look at the Adventist Health Orlando Medical Helicopter Flight 1, meet the flight crew, and discover the behind-the-scenes work. Let's see Anthony's unique experience.
Hi, Anthony.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
As a dad of an autistic kid, to see him smile and come up here and enjoy it, it brings joy to me.
We fly this Eurocopter 145 currently.
Whenever he sees any helicopters, he can name it by color. And he will go, hey, there's da-da-da-da-da, and there's da-da-da-da-da. And when I told him that we had a response from you guys that you would like us to come up, his eyes lit up like a Christmas tree.
Here it is, man, here it is.
What do you think, huh?
I wanted to learn about what it's like in the medical field.
So this is the newest. She's the baby. She's about 5 years old, 4 years old.
To see this and the operation that you guys have compared to a regular medical helicopter, it's different.
We have all of the things that we need to take care of a patient.
And to know some of the things that you have told me today, which blew my mind that you could do in the back of your helicopter that they don't do in regular med flight helicopters.
Those are our medication pumps.
I learned a lot about like what you guys do and how you guys serve the community.
Incredible. It's the only way to really put it, because without them, there'd be a lot of people that didn't make it in the world. They do amazing things all the way around.
It was amazing. I would do it again.
It's magic to give somebody inspiration to be a pilot or be a nurse or just do something bigger than what they're doing now in life. You know, that feels amazing.
Thank you, Flight 1.
In Sri Lanka, visually impaired patients regained their sight thanks to an international medical mission. For 5 days, professionals from Samyuk Medical Center, the leading Adventist health institution in South Korea, performed over 80 cataract surgeries in partnership with Kandy Adventist Hospital.
The team was led by Dr. Shin Seong-ju, head of the ophthalmology department, and accompanied by 3 nurses. Together, they performed 88 surgeries, meeting a demand that the local healthcare system could not address. For the doctors, the mission was more than just removing the compromised lens. It was about restoring the life of each patient. In addition to the surgeries, Samyuk Medical Center donated modern ophthalmic equipment as part of a partnership established last year with Kandy Adventist Hospital to improve local medical conditions. The project was organized by the international NGO All to Heaven and involved 110 volunteers from 10 countries.
According to environmental scientific studies, the world loses about 15 billion trees per year due to deforestation. However, only 1.8 billion are replanted. In light of this scenario, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Cambodia has launched a reforestation project.
Employees and teachers of Trepiang Ampil Adventist School in the province of Kampong Chenang came together to plant seedlings throughout the campus. The initiative emphasized that planting trees today may seem simple, but in the future, it will bring lasting benefits. Similarly, investing in the education of children is a precious legacy. The project was not limited to the school. The local Adventist church traveled 15 kilometers to a neighboring community. There, they gathered 20 families and taught them Bible stories while distributing food and essential items.
In Colombia, the Independence Day Parade had an unexpected outcome. While the country was celebrating, young Seventh-day Adventists took to the streets, and one teenager surprised many with a public decision.
In Guaranda, Colombia, about 2,000 young people from Adventist clubs marched with uniforms, banners, and explained a little about their beliefs. In the midst of the crowd, Labelis Nazar, 15 years old, decided to give her life to Christ. Accompanied by friends and the local pastor, she entered the baptismal tank on the same day. Her mother, who is not an Adventist, supported the decision. For leaders, the event highlighted the direct impact of this youth ministry in the lives of young people. Since 2018, Adventist clubs have officially participated in civic parades in cities like Cartagena. Today, they already reach most of the regions of the Caribbean coast, uniting patriotism, service, and faith.
A new documentary showcases stories of faith, health, and hope in various countries across Latin America and the Caribbean. Produced by Hope Channel Inter-America in the United States, the film portrays lives transformed by medical ministry.
The newly released documentary, Life Tested, shows how faith and health services are transforming lives. The film follows 4 characters: a physician who survived an accident, faced paralysis, and decided to dedicate her life to service; a patient undergoing dialysis treatment who, after nearly dying, found new reasons to live; an ambulance driver who faces daily risks with courage and faith; and a dentist who crosses rivers in the Amazon to serve isolated communities.
Noticing someone in need and recognizing that you can help them opens up many opportunities. This kind of attention, addressing a problem or guiding someone, can significantly enhance their quality of life. It allows us to connect more with each person, providing them with personalized attention. It's truly a rewarding experience.
The production team traveled through Mexico, Cuba, Venezuela, and Haiti, documenting the real stories of struggles and hope. The collaborative effort placed cameras inside hospitals, boats in the jungle, and hard-to-reach communities.
The doctors told me something could happen to you, he could die, and we just don't know what will happen. But I chose to put my trust in God, hoping for the best and that nothing serious would occur.
The project is part of the Total Health Involvement Initiative, which demonstrates that anyone can participate, from mission doctors to neighbors who pray with the sick. The model follows the acronym DREAM: Detect, Restore, Educate, Accompany, and Maintain.
When we got to Matisson, the gang members were actively on the road. At first, I mistook them for police, but soon realized they were actually gang members. That's when someone quietly approached me and mentioned that they had just taken a car. He signaled to me, and I sought shelter in the house of the Lord. It was only after getting the community's approval and proceeding with great care that I could continue my journey. It was God Himself who rescued me from this situation.
On screen, the resilience of those who do not give up blends with the faith of entire communities. These are journeys that transform both the recipients and the servants.
I had a very serious accident, which left me completely paralyzed from the neck down.
This Haitian doctor overcame pain, regained the ability to walk, and now dedicates her life to serving communities, like this one in Cuba, where patients live without access to medications.
Some people had blood pressure readings as high as 200 or 190 and hadn't taken any medication for a long time because there were no medications available on the island. I truly want to express my heartfelt gratitude to God for the opportunity to serve a community in such great need.
The documentary is available in English and Spanish on Hope Channel Inter-America. Life Tested gathers real stories of resilience, faith, and service in communities marked by scarcity.
Life Tested is available at hopechannelinteramerica.org. A new free course developed by the South American region is teaching how to mobilize churches to share faith with purpose in Brazil and beyond. The online platform provides tools for strategic planning and evangelistic actions on a global scale.
The initiative comes from the Seventh-day Adventist Church in southern Brazil. The course can be accessed from anywhere through the 7-class platform. The aim is to prepare individual church members for all stages of evangelism, from planning to decision-making and the follow-up of new members.
Join us on a journey at the Evangelism School, where you'll discover various techniques and strategies to effectively promote evangelism in your local church.
The course offers downloadable materials, such as a 10-week planner to organize actions before public events. There are also exercises for annual planning, suggestions for appeals, and practical ideas to engage the community, both in urban and rural areas.
I encourage you to bring your lesson guide to every class you attend. Complete the exercises, take the tests, download the materials, and have everything ready to use in your church for effective evangelism.
The course is available to all interested individuals worldwide. According to the coordinators, the goal is to provide simple and effective tools for leaders and members to act more intentionally in sharing eternal hope with the world.
The course is available for free on the 7-class platform. Access it through the website adventist.org/7class or through the official 7-class app. More than 5,000 kilometers and over 24 hours of travel. volunteers from Tasmania arrived in Papua New Guinea to build classrooms and support a local community. Let's see more details about this project.
Volunteers from Tasmania joined young people from Papua New Guinea. The group worked together to change the reality of a school. The region currently faces a lack of resources and infrastructure. Many schools operate in an improvised manner. The old building was in poor condition. Cramped classrooms, gravel floors, destroyed chalkboards. Teachers had to share the same space to teach different classes at the same time. However, through collaborative efforts, volunteers helped build new spaces for the school. The project was part of a partnership between the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Tasmania and the local mission in Papua New Guinea. During the day, the work progressed. At night, crowds filled the spaces for evangelistic meetings. The messages reinforced values of faith, hope, and solidarity, attracting people from different communities. The impact was immediate. 44 people accepted Jesus in a public baptism ceremony on a local beach. Over 1,000 participated in the celebration. Although the volunteers have returned home, the project now continues with local residents who will complete the construction using the materials left by the team.
Decisions that changed destinies. Whole families discovered a new faith and even walked miles to request baptism. It all started with a small radio station in the southern Philippines that never went off the air, even at the height of the pandemic.
Welcome to Tampakan, South Cotabato. Here, a small AWR radio station broadcasts 15 hours a day, reaching across the local area. This incredible story begins just a few years ago as the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the globe in early 2020. As the pandemic settled over the area and the people were told to stay in their homes, the broadcasters of one small radio station decided that it would be best to move into the building. This way, they could continue to broadcast every day. Throughout the pandemic, due to the dedication of these broadcasters, the AWR program of this station was not silenced. During this time, thousands of households across the Philippines were held under mandatory quarantine by the government. As boredom took over, residents began listening more and more to the radio. Among those tuning in was a group of friends and families. They were members of a local Christian church that worshiped on Sunday. As they scanned the radio, they found songs and messages that caught their attention. They decided to listen. As they heard the broadcasters contradict the Sabbath teachings they believed, they soon realized this preacher was presenting directly from the Bible. Each day brought something new that caught their interest. And as they compared what was said to their Bibles, they found it all to be true. These families began discussing what they were learning, and soon they formed small study groups. Unable to meet for worship in their churches, they gathered in homes, listening to the radio and studying the Bible together. One day, while the AWR broadcasters were working in the station, several members of the study group walked in with a surprising statement.
We are not Adventists, but we have been listening to your broadcasts, and we believe what you are teaching. We want to give our tithe to your church and have decided we want to be baptized.
With the area in lockdown, there was seemingly no way to gather together. However, the Lord miraculously opened the doors, working through the local police to allow a small church gathering where they could worship together and commit their vows prior to stepping in the waters of baptism. Since then, this group of believers has been a powerful force for good. They have recently been involved in health evangelism and even taken part in an evangelistic series hosted by AWR in their area, which resulted in numerous baptisms. One man and his wife had also begun listening to the radio during the pandemic, and together they discovered Adventist World Radio. As they became more and more convinced of the truth, they decided to walk many miles from their home to the radio station. It was a desire in their hearts to give their tithe to the new faith they believed in. This couple asked for more information of Bible topics, and soon after, an AWR worker visited and shared Bible studies with them. Eventually, they were baptized and joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Today, he and his wife share Jesus everywhere they go, as well as playing songs of praise over the radio.
Sa among napamatian, IWR sa tampakan, kami kanong duha Adventista.
Isn't it truly amazing how the Lord can work in the darkest hours to bring the hearts of His people back to Him?
These were the inspiring stories that ANN brought to you today. We have a new appointment scheduled for next week. To learn more about the Seventh-day Adventist Church, visit Adventist.org, and for more news, visit Adventist.news. Until next time.